welcome to Off the Charts episode for Dan's album analysis and rating once again, where you, the viewer, are in charge of what I will do a deep dive analysis on. So write in the comments which album you would like me to do an album analysis and rating on, more like a little deep dive, I guess, there. It's all up to you. Okay, so today's request comes from at Karabi Crew J. He suggested Canadian hard rock / melodic rock band Harem Scarem's self-titled album. Now, first things first, this is a good album, but man, the next one after this, Mood Swings, is so good. So, cheers. But I was requested. There you go. We were requested to have this album analysis, so here goes. This is from 1991 on WEA, W-E-A, I don't know how you pronounce it, WE Records. Produced by Kevin Doyle, Harry Hess, and Pete L'Esperance. I absolutely remember when this came out. I saw the cover. Now, just the cover itself was not enough to make me buy the album until my friend Steph, who you saw he's done a few episodes with me, introduced me to Mood Swings, and that's why I went, wow, okay, now that's an album here. That's how I got into Harem Scarem. Then I went backwards and bought this one, which is very good too. Okay, don't get me wrong. So who is Harem Scarem? Well, they're from Toronto. You got on this album, okay, you got Harry Hess on vocals and guitars, Pete L'Esperance on lead guitar and background vocals, Mike Gionnet on bass and background vocals, and Darren Smith drums and background vocals. I will say this, and I've said it to my buddy Steph before. This lineup is my favorite of all the Harem Scarem because I loved Mike Gionnet's bass playing. I saw him live and he did this bass solo. I was like, my God, that is how another reason, I want to be a bass player like him, fast but rhythmic at the same time, not million notes kind of guy there. So, unfortunately, he left after recording album number 3, which I was actually very bummed about. My friend Steph knows that. So anyway, let's do a deep dive analysis on Harem Scarem, self-titled debut from 1991. This is how they look like here. So we got this on vinyl from Real Gone Music. Real Gone Music has been doing a lot of good reissues, by the way. Okay, so anyway, let's do the ranking. There we go. Tap wet. So, first song, we got Hard to Love. Probably one of they still play that one live. I will give it a good 8 out of 10 for this one here. It's a great opening track. This album is more pop rock, while Mood Swings is more hard rock verging on pop, if that makes any sense there. But yeah, they're more like an AOR melodic rock band to me anyway there. But this one was very poppy debut there. So 8 out of 10 for Hard to Love. Next up we have Distant Memory, which I find to be as good as Hard to Love. So I'm also going to give that one an 8 out of 10. More on these titles later. There's something I need to get off my chest here. But next up we have With a Little Love. That one I'm going to get a 7.5 out of 10. Still a very good song. Like I said, it's good. What can I say here? Next up, Honestly. So that one, my God, that one's... So first of all, I'm giving it, honestly, an 8 out of 10, okay? I'm not usually huge ballads, but the ballads on this album are actually very, like, well, most of them are very good. More to come on that. But yeah, I love the ballad, honestly, and I'm still singing in my head now. That part I'm not sure. I know they've played it live when I saw them there. I've seen them what, 1, 2, 5 times now live. There was a time when they toured Canada for their first 3 albums, then somehow they were only popular in Japan or overseas, and then it wasn't until like 5 years ago that I saw them on their latest album at the Brass Monkey. But anyway, yeah, anyway, honestly, great song. I'm putting that 8 out of 10. Then you've got Love Reaction, which to me is probably the weakest song on side A. I'm giving that one a 6 out of 10. Now, side 2, Slowly Slipping Away. Great song too. Also giving that one an 8 out of 10. Can I see my little comment now? Not yet, no. All right. All Over Again, 6 out of 10 for that one for me. Good song, just not as good as the other ones. I'm giving 8 out of 10s. And same thing with Don't Give Your Heart Away, which I'm also giving a 6 out of 10. Okay, those are probably, that and Love Reaction from side 1 are my least favorites of this album. Now, second last song, How Long, a little bit better than those last 2, so I'm giving that one a 7 out of 10. Then comes the last song, which, believe it or not, I find is actually the best song on the album. Something to Say, which I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. Okay, not a perfect song, but it starts off with this great acoustic little guitar intro, which is Pete. Okay, well, I'll say that in a few there. A great acoustic intro, and the song itself is not, it's another ballad, but it's, the vocal melody is so great, I find, on that song, that's what, I was listening to it again, I was like, wow, that's actually a great vocal melody. Not much percussions or instruments as much in your face. This is just, anyway, great vocal melody. But yeah, Pete L'Esperance, that's where well, not this album, but the album after. And I'll always remember my friend Steph. So I went to see Harem Scarem live for the first time when my friend Steph introduced me to this band. And I saw the video for No Justice, that's on the Mood Swings album. And at the same time, Vi with, Devin Townsend was coming out. So I thought the way his guitar playing was working, I thought it was the new Steve Vai album. Like, I think I just caught like the last couple of seconds of the video, like, oh, is that Steve Vai's new band? So of course I told that to my friend Steph. And of course he met the band, and I didn't know anything. At the time I was not going to meet bands or go to talk to bands that I didn't really know much about. Anyway, he went and told him that part where I thought that he sounded like Steve Vai. He was like, oh my God, that's a great compliment, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that's how I got first introduced to Harem Scarem, but then I went and bought this one afterwards. So the total for this album, the final rating will be 7.35 out of 10. Not too shabby, right? So if this one is 7.35, you can just imagine how great of a rating Mood Swings would be. That one's a killer album, is still considered their best one. They actually went and re-recorded it, which I am not crazy when bands do that, but anyway, that is my rating and ranking or analysis regarding Harem Scarem's self-titled debut from 1991. Now I just need to get the rest of them on vinyl. They're not cheap, they're not super expensive either, but enough to be like, okay, that's a little too much there for. But I still got them all digitally there, so there you go. So anyway, if you've never heard Harem Scarem, I would definitely go and check out Mood Swings. This one was big in Canada also. Like I said, I remember seeing this cover. I just didn't know who the hell they were, like, or how they sounded like, or maybe I should have turned this around and see then, oh, okay, it looks like kind of music I like, But yeah, give these guys a shout. But if you're curious I would say go check out Hard to Love for a good rocker. Honestly, for a good ballad, but even also check out Something to Say, which to me is the best ballad. Arguably, I would say it's probably the best ballad they've ever done. I'm not a huge ballad guy usually there, but anyway. Thank you for at Korabi Crew J for suggesting Harem Scarem's self-titled debut. Once again, I'm going to say it, like, write in the comments if there's an album you want me to do a deep analysis and rating on. If you're unfamiliar with my discography, check out my Instagram. I post a vinyl of the day every day, and well, there you go. You'll be able to see what my discography looks like and which albums I have. But oh, and by the way, some people have suggested albums in the past. A lot of them I've actually bought and actually received. So if I said no, I don't have it, try again, because some of them are either already here or on their way. So I do listen to your comments or look at the comments when there's bands I should be buying. And trust me, I went all out last order anyway. Like I've got like 18 albums on the way. So anyway, there you go. Harem Scarem, self-titled. Check them out. Great melodic hard rock band from Canada. More popular overseas, apparently. I think it's Japan where they're pretty big there, but weird, huh? Like you're Canadian and you can't even. These guys are a bar band. Like over there, I don't know what they're doing there, but anyway. So that's it. Harem Scarem, self-titled, and that would be it. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.